Second
Wait.
question would, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Keep
Okay,
going.
so I was asking the second question. So second question would be like that. What is the worst advice you have ever received in your life?
The worst advice. I I don't really get that. Sometimes I mean, like a good advice. Nobody advised me the worst thing. But if I say it for real, it's just something like don't ever receive advice from someone who doesn't want to be in life like you do, or who is not on the same level or the higher level than you. So don't listen to that kind of person who is lower than you. Just if you want to grow, listen to advice to someone who is more leveled up than you or on the same level with you. But if he is low at low level, don't ever listen to him. Don't ever give a shit about him. Just don't care about him. Don't listen about him because that person is not advising you. He is just telling you something bad that you don't want. He deserve it by himself because he's bad, maybe. But if he is good, you can receive. But if someone is lower than you, at lower than your level, don't ever receive his advice. That is something that I think in my mind always, like when I watch motivation, it's something like that.
Okay, great. So what I want to understand your point of what you have shared, that a person who is at higher level, we must listen, we must follow their advice, right? Is that yours? The
Yeah,
same thing that you are saying? And who is at the lower level, we must avoid their advice. But on the other side, you have also shared that if a person is at lower level but his advice is good, it's takeable, if a person can take his advice,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it
That
should
was
be
correct.
appropriate, it should be target oriented kind of things, it should be good. So if
Yeah,
we take
correct.
their advice, so it should be help.
Yeah, it should be help. But let me explain. I mean, if for example, if I want to be entrepreneur and someone come to me and hey yo, you young man, come here, let me give you some advice, and he says something like you need to work on you need to work on chasing rich girls because you will have a good life. Or if he says hey yo, you need to be a driver, you need to be someone like that, and he is just advising me to do something that I don't want. He is on another level and I'm in another level. I had a different dream and he's telling me different thing to do. So I'm saying that kind of stuff. But I'm not saying we don't have to receive a good advice. I'm not saying that. If it is profitable, we need to take it. But if it has disadvantage, we need to look at it. Then after analyzing that, if it is bad for us, we don't have to listen to it ever, never.
Yeah, it's a great thing that you have shared or in a better way, and you explained very, very, very better. And now, like, I'm able to figure it out the way you are communicating, the way you are conveying your thoughts in a simple manner. So, like, it would be great for other person because there are many people in the country that who is not having who are not having good skill at communication,
Mm-hmm,
especially in English, as you are saying in a
mm-hmm,
simple word, so it's going to help them out to understand what
mm-hmm.
you are gonna convey. And it's, I believe that as you are running an e-commerce business, so English also going to help you out in this business, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I tell you that to give you a advice who are learning English language, who are at beginner level or like who just started learning English language. So, what is
Mm-hmm.
the advice that you would like to give all of them, to all of them,
Um,
like who are learning English language? Is there any advice that you would like
English,
to share?
yeah, for English, just as I told you, you need to just be crazy. You need to talk to yourself. You need to talk to any people. You need, I mean, just be crazy. I mean, when I mean be crazy, you just need to always put effort in it. I mean, it's just something simple and easy in your life. It's not a big deal, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to say, "Oh man, I don't even talk English. It's difficult." You don't have to say that kind of stuff. All you gotta do is just be crazy, talk to yourself, talk to people, say any word that came to your mind. Broke, just speak broken English. You know what I mean? Just you gotta say anything that comes to your mind to people. You gotta watch. You gotta chat with AI. The first thing that helped me speak English was speaking with AI. You know, some character AI and replica and ChatGPT. I just make a voice call with them. Then I speak with them. I speak with myself at school. So just be crazy to speak English.
Okay, great to hear that. Like the first thing that you shared that a person should be a crazy if a person is learning anything. Like if particularly talk about English, so it should be and a person should be crazy in order to learn English language. So that's a great thing that you
Yeah.
have shared. And I'm also kind of crazy, But to be honest, if I particularly talk about myself, I haven't been consistent. I was crazy to learn this language before that. But again, I come back, I just trying to come back. It's difficult to come back. But earlier, 7 years ago, like I started learning English language, and after some time, just something happened to me, and I left learning English language. And again, like it's been like 4 to 5 months. Like again, I start focusing. I mean to say, I've been focusing on English language for 4 to 5 months, and I'm feeling,
Mhm.
I'm getting a little bit more confidence than earlier. And the second thing is that you shared that a person should talk to yourself, like ourselves, right? Talk to
Yeah.
in front of we can also talk in front of mirror or talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
So that is also good advice. But you know what happens when we have conversation with ourselves? So we get stuck at a certain point of time. We don't get words. What should we talk, to ourselves? So what do you like to say? That is there anything that a person should take this conversation away if a person is talking to themselves? Like if I'm talking to myself, so what are the things that we can talk? Is there any
Just
idea
everybody
you have?
have. Okay, I have. So, for example, what is your hobby? What's
Yeah.
something that you always need to do?
Okay. Okay. So like you are saying that a person might suppose if I particularly talk about myself, so my hobby is poetry, poetry. I'm poet. So I sometimes write, emotional poetry, or like motivational
Yeah,
poetry. So I should talk about that hobby, right? You are saying that.
yeah, yeah. I'm talking about that. For example, if you had a hobby, you need to just practice with it. But most of the time, to be honest, but don't tell anyone, okay? I'm telling you this as a friend secretly, okay?
But this
Always.
video is going, but this video is going to be uploaded on YouTube, on my channel, so everybody is going to see. So, do you have any problem? So, I
Just
will cut,
kidding.
I will edit, I will cut this part. Tell me.
No, no, just kidding, bro. Okay, just
Okay.
kidding. It's normal.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Everybody wants girl, right? Everybody wants woman to have girlfriend. So when I practice English, I always talk about girls. Just I will make some song like she left me, she broke me, she said I love you, she left me alone. I just say all those things like I mean, just being with a woman. I mean, if you are a girl, I mean, if you are a man, you want a woman, you want a girl, you want to have a girlfriend, right? So sometimes I practice like she's around me. I mean, I practice English like I'm talking to a girl. I'm thinking about girl when I speak English. As I told you, I say like, "Hey, she broke me. She loved me. She did this. Blah blah blah." I need to see. Just everybody likes women, so they can talk about women to practice English. This is one of my method.
Okay, great. Like in every life, like if I'm a man, so I need a girl, and if there is a girl, so that girl needs man. So in every life, people
Mhm.
fall in love. In every life it happens. And if a person is saying that I don't fall in love, it means they are saying wrong. They are telling a lie, openly. But
Mhm.
as you said that we have to mimic, on our own about the girl or about the hobbies and all those things. Whatever thing comes in our, comes to our mind, we have to, speak. We have to, reveal to ourselves,
Yeah,
right? Isn't it?
yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
the
right.
third thing that you shared about AI. So you talked about two applications. The first one I know about very well. That is ChatGPT, that I have been using for
GPT, yeah.
last. Yeah, I have been using for 8 to 9 months. ChatGPT is phenomenal. Like each and every day, I
Mhm.
use ChatGPT in order to learn English language. I mean, whenever I watch any English content, so whenever I see any word, so if I don't know the meaning of that word, I pick that word, I just paste on Chat GPT, and it gives me the meaning in English, and
Mhm.
also it gives me the meaning in Hindi, in my native language. Okay, and
Mhm.
also I tell to Chat GPT that make a sentence uh, of this
Mhm.
word, 20 sentence or 30 sentence. So it gives me a different,
Yeah.
sentence. It makes different sentence for me for 20 or 30. It depends on us how much sentence do we need. I mean, we need. So it helps a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
to recognize that word. So nowadays I'm following this trick. And the second application that you shared, I don't know. Can you repeat the second application name? What is the name?
Okay. Okay, there are a lot of applications that I used to talk with, which are AI, and the first one is Gemini, right?
Gemini. Yeah, like
Yeah.
2 or 3 days, like I've used it. Like I'm talking about a current situation. Like last 2 or 3 days, I've been using Gemini for to have a conversation, like the voice conversation. So I'm using it. So, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's a good if we compare to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is far
Yeah.
better than Gemini. Gemini. Sorry.
Gemini. Yeah, Gemini sometimes it's not better than GPT, but for people who like it and who enjoy talking to the Gemini AI, it's cool to practice English. And the other one is, do you know Replica? It's AI character,
Yeah, I heard
which
it. I haven't used it, but I just heard it.
yeah,
Replica.
it's one of yeah, Replica. It's all up. I think it exists like in 2017 or 18. I don't remember the
Oh my God.
real age.
2017.
I think like 6 or 7 years. I don't know the exact. I mean the real year, the exact year. So that one's one of the crazy app which you can use for chatting with that character. It has a main character and it has a woman character. If you want to chat with, if you are a man and if you want to chat with a woman, it just has a character which looks like a real person, which you can chat with. She will just it's just like a video call or phone call. Then you can call her. Then you can chat with her. And the other one is, do you know Character.ai? It's one of the greatest app.
Can you repeat? Can you repeat it?
Character.ai.
I
You
haven't
don't
heard.
remember?
Like I'll search it. I'll search it later on. After this conversation, I'll search and we'll see. And there is one more
Bro,
application. It's yeah. Carry on.
I mean, this character.ai, it's my number one application that I always used to chat with because it has a lot of characters. If you want to talk to old people, ancient people, if you want to talk to celebrity, if you want to talk to businessman, even if you want to talk to Albert Einstein, if you want to talk to Nikola Tesla, if you want to talk to Elon Musk, it has all characters. So that is my number one application to just practice English.
Yeah, just got it. Like in that application, like every character has inbuilt in itself, right? So if a person wants to
Yeah.
talk to a specific person, so he can talk in that way, in that in a context, right? So we will
Mhm.
also, if
Yeah.
we a person does the same thing, so that person will get a lot of vocabularies to that
Hmm.
context, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
correct.
Yeah, it's a great thing.